Hi everybody, this is Richard Maskell from Studio Exchange Limited. This is my personal project studio in Hertfordshire, London Road Studios. Forgive the mess, but we have been tracking today on Alan Heath's new, all new GS-R24M console. The M standing for motorised, i.e. the faders are flying faders, motorised faders. This is the first console off the UK production line, so big thank you to Alan Heath and in particular Mike Griffin for his support and for providing me with the first console. So thanks very much, Mike. Pretty much all you guys on GearStuds are going to be aware of what the console does. You're a very clever bunch, but I shall be going through all the features, the routing, shall I say, and for Mac owners, cover your ears now because I'm using Steinberg Cubase 5 on the PC. So sorry about that. And also forgive my camera skills. I'm using an iPhone to do this, but I was so eager to show you guys the console. It's fantastic. So for the people not in the know, 24 mono channels, 2 dual stereo channels, 4 groups, master left and right, mono, transport. The 2 rather natty valve channels. They've been all day, they're a bit hot. These valve channels also double as instrument DIs as well as preamps. As you can see, the instrument switch on and off there. And the boost instrument, which basically is a really cool feature. I tracked a bass and a guitar through this today, DI'd it through here today. It's like overdriving a standard guitar or bass amp. You can basically dial in as much second harmonic distortion as you like. That goes from transistor right through to the full valve stage. Sounds fantastic. Completely beefs up the instrument. So that's the valve channel. IP equals DAW is a really cool feature where you can route the main left and right signal through the valves and give it that sort of fatness and that sort of tube saturation. So that's a great feature of the console. Integrated meter bridge, which is fantastic. VU meters, average level meters, and also peak meters for every mono channel. Superb. Moving on to the mono channels. Very nice mic pre indeed. Been tracking through this today. First bunch of, I think the first 10 channels we'll be using as drum kit, and then guide guitars, vocals, and so on. Line input, obviously, plus 48 phantom power, polarity, phase reverse, high pass filter at 100 Hz, and then you've got your shelving EQ, so you're at 12K, you're high, and you're low, 80 Hz. Your 2 mid bands, low mid and high mid, with Q points ranging from 0.8 to 6, quite a narrow Q, very nice. Using these today, I'll get onto that in a second. EQ in and out switch, 6 auxiliaries on the console. First 2 are permanently set pre, the second 2 are pre and post selectable by a switch there, and the last 2 are post only for your reverb, delay, effect sends and returns. Pan, left and right obviously. The analog bus configuration, so left and right master mix, 1 and 2, 3 and 4 on the groups, and then your M channel. And this is the DAW routing switching, which is really cool. So basically you've got a built-in patch bay in the console, so to speak. With all the buttons up, you're getting the purest signal path, i.e. from the very high quality mic preamp, straight after the high pass but pre-insert. So you're just going basically straight from the preamp to your DAW via, in this instance I'm using the Firewire ADAT module. There's 2 modules available at launch, which is now, so I'm using the Firewire ADAT 32IO, and there's also the analog module as well, which is also 32IO, but it's if you want to use your own outboard converters, outboard ADDA converters. So I'm using Alan Heath's own ones, which have proven very good so far, no glitching. Getting quite a low buffer size, 128 samples. So I'm getting like a 5 milliseconds IO, 5.5 milliseconds IO in and out. So that's bearable. You can also do 0 latency monitor mixing actually with the auxiliaries, but I haven't gone down that road today because we're doing a quick demonstration. Okay. So switching the A switch back in, on the door routing matrix. Basically, instead of going straight from your preamp to your door, you then go through the EQ, the channel EQ as well, if you switch it in. And I've been using that. I mean, when you're tracking, I'm quite a purist. I don't like to use any EQ. I like to get it right at source. But I did notch out some problem features, problem frequencies, should I say. This was the kick drum channel, channel 1. So I just notched out a few high Q, narrow Q, some problem frequencies on the bass drum, some not very nice frequencies, through to the motorised fader. And then we've got the B input, which is the other main input of the console. This is the door return. From whatever door you're using, Pro Tools, Logic, Cubase. This comes in pre-insert, so it's basically cutting off the mic preamp, so you're turning it straight after the preamp through to the channel. So for analog summing, mix down that way. C button is obviously going to be post. It's the same thing as B, but post EQ. So you can then bring back your whole door mix through the analog circuitry, through your EQ, and start doing an analog mix and so on, which I'm actually personally interested in because I love analog summing. Don't mind mixing in the box, but now we've got the MIDI faders. These will respond with flying fader movements because they're motorised as well. Demonstrate that in a minute. So they're your basic mono channels. Gone through the valve channels. MIDI transport MMC. I've got a few of these working. Alan Heath haven't actually provided the MIDI templates yet, or your MIDI presets, so I've had to MIDI map these in Cubase. Logic is quite easy to do, I know that from my experience of the R16, the baby brother of this console. So I've got them up and running. I've got the MIDI faders up and running. I haven't got the rotary switches and the sliders working yet, so I can't demonstrate them. But basically, they'll be to control plugins, pans, and parameters on your audio plugins, which is very cool. There's 2 studio sends, which are great. Can be sourced from the auxiliaries. Groups or stereo. So in this instance, I'm running the left and right mix that I'm creating through to my headphone amplifier for the Q mixes. There's 2 of them.